Go. We are at the movies with Matt and Ryan on this rainy day.
It's not raining here, guy.
Yeah, I know. Matt's still in Florida, but it's pouring out in Agawam. It's terrible. But we're here to review Pirates of the Caribbean. Good thing it did pour today, because I wasn't supposed to see it today.
No, we're not here to review that. We're here to review Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man Tells No Tales.
All right, people know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
All right. This is the fifth entry in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. Let's see. The first one came out in 2003, I believe, The Curse of the Black Pearl. Since then, they've tried with 4 sequels to kind of recreate the success of the original. I think with mostly mixed results. Have you seen the sequels? How many of the Pirates movies have you seen?
No, I think I saw 2003 when I was like 10. The 2003 one.
That's the only one you've seen?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Damn. All right. Well, I've seen all of them, and Dead Man's Chest is the second one, which is it's whatever. It's like okay. At World's End is the third one, and that one's horrible. And then the last one, On Stranger Tide, came out 2011. That one also was just like okay. But this movie takes place, I believe, roughly 5 years from the last entry. And, Jack Sparrow is back, and along with some new faces, and he's getting chased down by the undead Captain Salazar, and he must... what is he trying to get again? The Trident of Poseidon. Reverse the curse of the sea or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
My problem with this movie is... what is Jack Sparrow's point in this movie? Does Johnny Depp need to be in this? Like, because there's 3 different things going on. But from what I saw, like the main, there was 2 characters, the Henry guy and the girl Karina. I don't know what the actors' names are, but
Brenton Waties and Kaya Scondelario.
Yeah, but like both of them had like they wanted to pursue the Trident for like their fathers or something. And it didn't make sense for me to have Jack Sparrow in this movie. The only thing I could say is maybe because like he's Johnny Depp, and but I think like the Pirates have gotten this big like following to the point where they don't need him anymore. I feel like, and he had no point in this movie, in my opinion.
Here's the thing: this movie felt a lot like Star Wars: The Force Awakens in the sense where it's clearly trying to start a new direction in the franchise. We have a few new notable characters that are representing a youth movement of sorts. And it's also trying to wrap up a lot of the original arcs of the series.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I feel like Disney is trying to move past the Johnny Depp era. Although if there is a 6 Pirates being made, apparently Johnny Depp is in that.
There will be.
Johnny Depp, he's just synonymous with the franchise. You can't have a Pirates movie without him. And Johnny Depp as an actor, I think, is just getting lazy. Like,
yeah.
Between this and the last Alice in Wonderland movie, he's just kind of going through the motions. I wonder if his performances.
I mean, he's drunk most of the movie. I wonder if he was drunk when he came on set. Like, he was just bad in this movie, and I didn't think he had a point. Like, it's just there for a cash grab. That's all I could see.
You're not making a Pirates movie without Captain Jack. I think if you saw the sequels, you'd understand that. But it's just
I know, but like had nothing to do with the story. I mean, I guess the story doesn't matter. You did make the point. I remember on one of our shows that like you don't see Pirates movies for the story. You see it to see Jack Sparrow act like an idiot, which he was plenty of times in this movie.
His performance was very flat, which was. I guess not too shocking, but it just seemed like he didn't give a shit.
No, he didn't.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, he just felt like he was going through the motions. I feel like they've explored all that they can explore with, Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
It's just like, he feels like he's playing a caricature of the original character at this point. It's lost its energy and its excitement, and I think that's also representation for the franchise in general.
Yeah.
This movie wasn't awful.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's awful. Yeah.
The reviews are pretty horrid right now. It was okay. I don't know.
It was a summer movie. It was everything I expected. Like there was no like twist or anything, and I don't know. It was just everything I expected. Mm. It was
I did. There are some noticeable improvement. I like, the Dead Man's Chest and At World's End in particular felt this need to be epic and
yeah,
have this grand story. At World's End is like 3 hours long, which is ridiculous. I think this movie definitely scaled it back a lot. It felt a lot more simpler,
yeah, it
which
was.
I appreciated. Like, we don't need the Pirates of the Caribbean being the next Lord of the Rings. Like, that's just stupid. No one wants that. I like that they scaled it back. They brought in new directors, Espen Sandberg and Joachim Roning,
Yeah.
and they did a little indie called Kon-Tiki back in 2013, which is not a great movie, but visually pretty impressive. And I like what they bring to a lot of the action scenes here, mostly in the early on.
Yeah.
I did like the opening set piece in Saint Mary or whatever city it was in, and the scene with the guillotine as well was pretty cool. There's some fun sequences. I think once the movie starts getting in the motion with its story, though, it kind of loses its energy. There's a lot of just downtime with these characters who you don't really care about.
Yeah.
The two love interests, Brenton Thwaites and Kaya Scandalio, they're pretty much just Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley, but the new generation,
Yeah. I feel like I'm only seeing one other Pirates movie, but I feel like it's at the point where it doesn't matter who's directing it. I don't know, like, because it's like so controlled now that like I there's no other style to it. Like, there's little style in this movie.
I think the action scenes definitely had more vibrancy than the past. I know On Stranger Tides was directed by Rob Marshall, who's done Chicago and mostly musicals, and he really brought nothing to that movie. And it definitely hindered it in a lot of ways. It was definitely that's definitely the most forgettable of the pirate movies. I definitely think these two, while I don't think they're great directors per se, as far as managing the tone and stuff like that, but I think with the action, they definitely bring a lot of style to it, and I like that. It definitely made the sequence more vibrant than they should be, and I also like that it was only about 2 hours long, roughly.
Yeah.
I think the official running time is 2 hours 9 minutes, but that felt nice, and I think the ending for people who've seen the other Pirates movies is kind of sweet. They definitely wrap up a age-old arc from the past movies in an interesting way. So that was nice.
Yeah, that was a nice ending. It's I don't know. I gotta stop seeing blockbusters when they come out in the first weekend. It's annoying.
I heard.
Yeah, the friggin' there's kids like 5-year-olds running around the theater like behind me. Thank God this movie didn't have like a lot of merit to it, like a lot of dialogue that mattered. Because if there was, I would have been really pissed. But it was just obnoxious hearing. Like this is like I feel like this is a scary movie for 5-year-olds. Like there is something. There's like a hanging scene. Almost.
I was just about to say this movie's a lot more toned down than the other Pirates movies. Like At World's End starts with a little kid being hung. Like, this movie's nowhere near as dark as a lot of the other pirate movies.
But there was still, like, almost a hanging scene. And, like, there was the guillotine and there was, like, heads chopped. I was like, this is still not for 5-year-olds. Like, why are they bringing these kids to the movies? And they're obnoxious. They don't pay attention. Like, all they see is pirates and they laugh. Like,
part of me kind of, I guess 5-year-olds isn't, we're at the right age. But I think this is definitely the most family friendly of the pirate movies. It definitely is the least dark. It just Javier Bardem as Captain Salazar as a villain is never really taken that seriously. Like he's just kind of there, and he never really is able to do much with the performance other than just say Jack Sparrow and shit like that.
No, he probably said that like 20 times in this movie.
That was like his dialogue in the movie. Get
Sparrow.
me Jack Sparrow.
Like he couldn't speak. Like,
and Javier Bardem's a great actor, and he's been a great villain in the past, like in Skyfall. But it's just he has nothing to do whatsoever.
I knew I recognized him somewhere, but like that, he just couldn't speak in this movie. I was like,
Sparrow. Like, he doesn't even have like a final fight. Sparrow. Things. He doesn't even have like a final fight with Jack Sparrow, and it's just like he just felt like a waste of time.
His crew did more than he did.
We needed a villain,
but that was my. Well, because that's why they put Jack Sparrow in for the villain, I feel like. Because the villain didn't want any part of the the other two. He was just going for Jack, and like that was like one plot, and then the other plot was the two finding their fathers or whatever. So it was just weird. It was like
Yeah.
two different movies almost.
Yeah, I think the movie also was a lot more like jokey than a lot of the other other pirate movies. Definitely had their sense of humor, but this movie, it felt like every other scene was just a dumb joke, and
yeah, mostly
not
from
only
Jack.
did the jokes not land, but it helps keep a consistent tone because like when it's supposed to be more dramatic, it doesn't really mesh.
Yeah, like the gold part
well.
where Jack Sparrow woke up and he was like surrounded by gold. That was supposed to be funny, but I didn't laugh at all.
Yeah, it felt like there was a lot of attempts to bring humor that didn't work. Like I said, I didn't hate it. I was mildly engaged throughout. Like I was never like miserable during it.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I could say about other Pirates movies. But there's just something so like, you know, drab and dull about it.
Yeah, well I'm glad, like, I mean, you said that there's a few times where they try to like kind of bring merit to the characters and like but I think there's
merit. They bring merit. Everything has merit.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, no, because I'm just pissed at the kids in the theater. I'm like, oh, thank God this movie isn't that, you know, interesting to care. But like, it's I don't know. Like, there was enough action scenes where like at least I don't know. It didn't take itself seriously. So like, there's a lot of good action. I don't know.
Yeah, you just said like 8 different things, so I don't know how to process.
Well, you lost my train because you said the merit, and you lost my train of thought.
Yeah, gotcha.
It was something about
the new characters here just aren't that interesting. They're just dull. It's like you can see that's another thing. You can see where the story and the characters are going from a mile away.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. At least they weren't trying to develop the characters too much because I don't think I would have found it interesting. Like they just kept going with these action scenes like throughout. I don't know.
Yeah, the movie definitely has a fast pace to it.
Yeah, that's what I was happy about for the movie.
I guess, but it's the whole experience just felt like everything was going through the motions. It just nothing about it felt unique or original or all that exciting. Even though there's a couple nice action moments here and there, it felt very forgettable. Like this is a movie I'm gonna forget in a week.
Yeah, me too.
Like whatever, it exists.
I'll forget. I won't. Maybe in a couple months.
Probably in a week. Like I'll remember it existed, but I won't like remember the movie. Like it's just. And I know they're gonna try and make another Pirates, but it's just like this is This never really should have been a franchise. Like the first one was a surprise big hit at the box office, and it did definitely jumpstart Johnny Depp's career. But it's just like at this point, it's all for the money. It's not. There's no.
Well, that's what I felt with him. With Johnny Depp.
Well, I'm not saying just him. It's the movie in general.
Yeah,
it's just like
it's a franchise.
Everything for the money. Like this story. There's no reason for it to continue. There's no reason for any of this.
Yeah. This was like the last year's Ghostbusters, in my opinion, where like I can't tell you like a plot. I probably won't be able to tell you anything that happened in the plot in like a few
I think
weeks.
you're being a little harsh to Ghostbusters.
No, I'm not being harsh. I'm saying like it was a fine movie, Ghostbusters, but I don't like remember anything.
Yeah, Ghostbusters at least I liked Chris Hemsworth in it. Like there's things I can like talk about that I enjoyed with it. I definitely that was like a 6 out of 10 movie for me. It's not. There's nothing special, obviously, but I enjoyed it. Like this, I didn't really enjoy that much. I guess whatever.
Yeah.
Do you want to get into ratings?
I'll give it a 4. I dropped it.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same. 4.
I dropped it. I just convinced myself to lower it.
It's whatever. Like it's.
Yeah.
You could do worse, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
Not 4.5. 4.5. I'm not gonna. I don't think 4. 4.5. Little bonus point. I didn't hate it.
A bonus point for Johnny Depp's drunkenness. No, I'm just kidding.
Whatever. They're gonna make Pirates 6.
Yeah, there was apparently like after credit scenes. Did you know that?
Yeah, I heard.
I didn't stay. I heard someone else say it.
I didn't give a shit, so I didn't stay either.
I just assumed it was like a foreshadowing for the next one, so whatever.
Yeah, whatever. So that's our review for Pirates 6. Hope you like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and see you for our next review.